Yeah! Watch the bow! Yo! Legend of Kuppa joy echo through the ages. Annihilate zombies, leaves them in stages. Beauty radiates like a sun-rays flirt. Foes gotta quick, hit the dirt, avert. Graceful, fierce like a tiger, not a muse. Controlling clicks, haters singing the blues. Daisy dominatrix, map she navigate. Enemies trembling, hearts full of hate. Inside and out, she's a beacon of flame. Kuppa joy triumph, rewriting the game. Not just skill, got charm and spades. Epic story told, the legacy never fades. Never fades. Kuppa joy, glory told till time's end. In Daisy, no rival, no pretend. Beauty and might, a queen in full grin. Destroying opposition, lost they swim. Brilliant eyes on screen, this is a lure. Kuppa skills are brands and tactics so pure. She goes through fields like wind in a whirl. Heart stone cold, yet the world's best girl. Victory dance, booty outshining the score. Every kill, medal stack, she wants more. Yeah, wants more. Joy's a legend, her story ever bright. Matches till dawn, no retreat in sight. Enemies quake, tremble at night. With sharpest blade, vision clear a light. No mercy, cut her down, battlefield art. She's a lifer, undefeated from the start. From the start. Kuppa joy, glory told till time's end. In Daisy, no rival, no pretend. Beauty and might, a queen in full grin. Destroying opposition, lost they swim. Kuppa joy, glory told till time's end. In Daisy, no rival, no pretend. Beauty and might, a queen in full grin. Destroying opposition, lost they swim. Lost they swim. Lost they swim.
Kuppa joy on Daisy, stepping in like a queen. Timeless charm, flawless beauty so serene. Heartbeats erratic, a glitch in the matrix. Boys forever tame, she's the ultimate fix. She's leaving marks, deep cuts, soul collision. Eyes like twin comets, pure precision. Controller grip tight, tactics so slick. In the game she reigns, no trick too quick. Daisy, battleground, joy brings the bliss. In her cyber world, reality dismissed. Heart and soul captured, spell unbroken. To her charm, every dog tamed token. Digital footprints, she walks through code. Every player's fantasy, stories untold. Boys in the game, tails wagging, submissive. In her presence, they go back to primitive. Game's just a stage, she's the headline. Immortal in the pixels, forever she'll shine. Joy's not just a player, an eternal impression. Her essence, a digital art session. Daisy, battleground, joy brings the bliss. In her cyber world, reality dismissed. Heart and soul captured, spell unbroken. To her charm, every dog tamed token.
Hey chat, thanks for joining me today. Let me bring you right in. There we go. We're gonna go right in right away. Okay. So, we're meeting Mike here. Okay. There we go. Okay. Sorry, chat. I had you kind of muted. There you go. Okay. Hey, Mike.
Hello.
You ready for this? So, we're gonna do a class microphone.
I'm sorry, I can't. What was that? Yeah, I'm ready.
he's flying us there. So I assume we're gonna.
Murphy changed the code to the BM garage because he got all mad.
Oh, okay. And are you allowed to tell everyone?
What happened?
Are you allowed to tell people what it is?
Oh, I don't know. No, he's not cool with me. He doesn't like me.
Oh, so we're not parking there then.
Nah, but I got a base there.
Okay, okay, sounds good. Hey, agent. This is not my Black Hawk. This is Mike's Black Hawk. Yeah. I have a is it Congo? It looks like this, but it's like green, and then I have a little bird. I mean, not a little bird, Robinson. I need to stream that so you guys see what vehicle I have. How you doing, agent? He's flying like crazy. Okay, while he's doing that, I think I need to get rid of some of this marker real quick. Okay, because it's getting that. And yeah, that's good. Hello. Oh, Gala. How are you? How are you doing? Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm good. We'll see how this goes. So the run's gonna be me and him only. So get ready for some craziness. I hope I don't die. It's gonna be crazy because there's only two of us. That's gonna be. Oh my god, I'm like a little bit nervous, everyone. Okay, so are you guys nervous for me? I'm nervous, so I might not like read chat as much, but you know, so I apologize ahead of time because I'm gonna be focusing.
Oh my god, I have to be the last driver.
Hey Mike, if it's just you and I, am
The
I?
code is 0303.
0303. Okay. Okay, let's go.
Very nice.
I'll follow you because I don't know my way.
Okay.
Don't go too fast.
Okay, I won't. I'm gonna probably take the waterway though. 'Cause I
Okay,
can't knock
okay,
down
okay.
on trees.
I'll try. didn't see him. I know it's this way. On my own, chat, because he took the waterway. I missed him. Okay, black market. Where am I at? See, this is why I told him we need voice. Okay, so I need to go. Okay, I'm right here. I need to go here. So wait. So left. See, this is why you need, like, I didn't know that he doesn't do Discord. Otherwise, I would, I don't know. Okay, I think it's this way. I don't know, that's what I was saying. I have no idea. See, this is why we need Discord, see? This is not good. Both of us are going to be stuck like this. This is not... Okay, let's just calm down. We can do this. Oh, there he is. Okay. Yep.
Oh, I think that worked. That might have worked.
don't see why he doesn't go the same way as me. It's just so that I know how to get there. I don't know how to get there. I have to keep looking at the map. I'm trying. Chat, I'm trying. Okay, so it's here. Do you guys think this is a bad idea? I mean, it started off like that already, kind of. Okay, am I going the right way? Let's see. Okay, I need to get to... Stop. I need to get to... I'm right here. I need to get to here, so I should have had the second... Yeah, I should have taken a left on the second one. Oh, okay, well, there he is. I'll just follow him then. This is so weird. He should just have gone on the road, right? Look. What am I getting myself into? I actually take a different route, but this is okay. This is a new route for us. Okay, so we go here. Okay, so he goes up from here. Okay. There's the gas. Wow, his car isn't very drivable, huh? Look at mine compared to his. the? Okay, we don't want to go on the... Why is there a bus there? Okay, so I need to go. Oh, wow. Okay. Maybe my car is better to drive. And not as bad as jumping off the oil rig. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, so I don't come through here because of all these guys right here. That's the reason. Yeah, so... Just stopping here. Is this what we're doing? Are we parking here?
I was gonna park. I was gonna park on the side right here. No, no. I was just waiting. Where are you gonna park?
Right here? What's wrong here?
Oh, I was just gonna back it up and put it closer to the red little gate right there.
Oh, okay, go ahead. Let's let him do his thing first. Yeah, I'm just parking here. So I just shoot them and then...
Ready?
Yeah. Hey, are you taking the ball or are you sharing the ball?
The orb?
Yeah.
Oh, you can have it.
You gotta show me how to do that.
Okay.
How many balls do you have?
I got 2.
Oh, okay, that's not too... Okay, I thought maybe you had like 1,000 or something.
No, that's probably Murphy. You're not gonna double bag?
I don't think I should, right? I mean, if I double bag, you're gonna have to do all the shooting. You feel comfortable doing that? What do you
Okay.
think?
Yeah, I fine. Yeah, I'm cool with it.
You sure?
Yeah, I brought like 300 S50 Browns.
Okay, okay. Let me get my bag then. Okay, let's go. Okay, Chad, here we go. Agent. To the right. One right. Okay, chat. To the right first. Past these trains. Keep on the right. I'm already nervous because I have another bag. Okay, to the left. Right, right, left. This is okay. Watch it get crazy. Oh, I'm nervous, guys. I'm so nervous. Okay, here comes the crazy part. Ah! Ah! Oh my god. You should be letting me go up first. Ah, Jack!
Hey, he's on the side. Watch out, I
And what is it?
think there's one more right here somewhere.
Okay.
He disappeared. He
Okay.
disappeared.
Okay, right here. We're here. Okay, let me check. Okay, nothing in here. Rest we're done. Okay. Okay. I wanted to check. Okay.
How many trips do you need to do?
I'm thinking maybe one more. Hopefully.
That's it?
I
Okay.
don't know. Where's the thing at?
Oh yeah, I'll take you to it. It's over here.
Wait, where do you go? We're gonna go get the orb. I call it the ball. Up here. Here.
Just watch your step at the fall, or you will die.
What do you mean?
It's a high fall. Just be careful, cause I've died doing this.
Oh, when you get off, does it say get off or does it just end?
Oh, it just ends.
Okay, I should be okay, right?
Yeah, just be careful, cause I fell in the hole. So.
So when I get up there, it just goes into a walkway, right?
Yeah. And then just watch your step. You gotta jump over like right here. Yeah, right here.
God. Same thing?
Yeah, no, this one's a little bit easier. It's just it'll lead you to a ramp, and then that's it. And then it's inside this thing. It's in there. Did you get it?
How do you get it?
It's not there. Oh, that's weird. Well, after restart, it's gonna respawn. We could come back.
Darn, it's not there. The ball's not there. This is a long fall, guys. If we die. Did he just slide down there? I'm scared to slide because what if my glove goes bad? You know? This is a gas zone. Guys. Hey Jen, I'm trying to do this. I'm sorry, I'm not reading you. I'm so sorry. Where do you go? You left without me.
Is it in the way?
Yeah, you might have to cut it, huh?
Yeah, I got a knife. Oh,
No
there's a zombie
owl?
coming up.
Okay. What's a snow owl?
Where?
I don't know on here.
Where? I don't see none. Wait, what the heck? I didn't skin it.
What are you skinning?
Oh, your scope? There you go.
He doesn't know. I asked him. This is black market. If you came in late, we're doing black market run.
You could load up and I'll just wait here. And then when you come back, I'll go.
Shit, why can't I jump? Oh, there you go. Damn, I only have 2 more. Ah! Is it that?
Alright, I'll
Where's
go
the-
get mine and I'll be back.
Okay, where's the button to press
What's up?
at? Where's the button to press at?
Oh, it's over here. It's over here. That switch right there.
Okay, okay.
Alright, I'll be back.
You guys see a button that says press? I don't see it. First person? Oh, because it's not closed. Okay. So when this closed, I have to press that button. 5 minutes. Yeah, I couldn't fit two more guns in here. I would have been done. But it's fine. Oh, let me check my clothes. Pristine, pristine, pristine. Oh, my backpack is worn. Okay, let me do my backpack real quick. My backpack is it this one? Let's see if the sewing kit will work. Yeah. Okay. So when he gets in here, I think we're gonna wait till restart happens. Three minutes. You better hurry. Where's he at? Come on, Mike. You can do it. Go, Mike. Go. Go, Mike. Go. Oh my God, what is he doing? It's gonna be 2 minutes. Come on, Mike. Oh, he forgot to lock his car, I think. Oh, hurry, Mike. Oh my God. I don't know. He might not make it. There he goes. There he goes. Oh, come on, come on. You can do it.
Sorry, I was trying to pick the best gun to sell.
No worries. Okay. So we just stay here till after
So
we
you got.
start.
Oh, okay. All right, I'm gonna just log out right now then.
Okay, okay, me
Yeah,
too.
I'm gonna log out right now.
Okay, okay. So chat, we're gonna log out, and so I'm gonna be right back for you guys, and yeah, okay. And so I'll be right back, okay? We'll run our second BM. Okay, chat. I'm gonna go in a few seconds. Okay, he's not in yet, so we'll... Okay, he's in, so I should be getting in now. Okay, it's loading up. Guys, I'm nervous! What am I nervous for? Ah. Okay, here we go. So let me tap you guys in. There you go. We're in.
Hungry?
Okay.
You want some peaches?
Okay. I guess you're feeding us. He's feeding me.
Yeah, I brought like 10 peaches.
What the heck? Why do you need 10 peaches?
I love peaches.
Oh, yeah, but it's in game. How come you look lopsided?
I think the ground right here is unleveled or something. I don't know. How much did you make your first run? I got 1.7 million.
Oh, yeah.
Same? Oh, same?
No. How come you make so much? Is your backpack huge?
I'm selling a lot of these.
Oh, that's why I don't have all of those. That's why.
I got like, I think about 100 of these in the truck.
Damn. Okay. Okay, chat. So right. And then right again. And then left.
Yeah, my favorite is peaches and strawberries. Strawberries pretty good too.
Yeah, you don't have to open it. He has the AS50, that's why he's making a lot of money. Is that a bear down there? Okay.
Keep going! What are you doing? Keep going! Where'd he go? He was right here.
This is not good. He's right here. Nobody's good on chat. We got ambushed.
The heck? They just keep spawning. What the heck?
Yeah.
There's so many bodies down there.
Oh my god.
I think we're good. No, they're coming. The heck? They're just phasing through the wall. I think we're good. I think we're good. Oh no, here's another one.
One's inside, one. Okay.
That was weird.
I think you killed all of them.
Is that what you think? They probably all just came to us, huh? Like all of them.
Yeah.
Huh? Oh no, there's a bear somewhere.
One on the right here. On my left. One behind you. How the heck? What's going on here?
I don't know what's going on. I don't know. It's weird.
Take the shoe behind.
Yeah, I think most of them spawned and just phased through the wall and went to us. For whatever reason, I don't know why.
Hmm. Okay. $90K, $12K score. Um, AS 90. 78 for the Black Barrett. Chai Tech is 84. PKP 30. Snow 36. Chai Tech, 3 of them. 84. And that's it. Let me double check. Nothing there. My gun is still there. These two are gone. Yep. And I made 2 mil, 2.4.
How much you make?
2.4. Okay, do you think the ball is there? The orb?
Yeah, we could check. Pretty sure.
It better be, right?
I mean, it restart. I should. It should.
Hey, chat.
Well,
if
do you have
there's-
any more guns to sell, or is that it?
That's it. I have 2, but it's fine. We're good. It's not worth it for 2.
Well, I'm gonna keep coming down. You could leave. It's okay.
Okay.
Oh, I'm glitch. All right.
Hey, Bear. I'm doing black market. I'm sorry I didn't read your message. I'm trying to focus so I don't die. I'm gonna go get the orb. it is. The orb. I got it. It says research
there?
project sample 65, right?
Yeah, that's it. Yep,
Okay,
that's
let
it.
me put it in a safe place. Right here. There we go. Yes! Come out. These don't have anything? These briefcase?
Nah, the only loot is on the railing. There's one right here. There's a box. Green triple locker kit.
I know, right? It's a lot of gas. You're missing all the fun, Bear. Your possum could be doing this with me. Okay. Gotta go here, down here.
And then there's this sheet metal right here. I don't know if you want that.
This one's the long one that goes down. Yeah, I did bring my PC to work, but no chance to set it up. It's been crazy, and I got my bike here finally, so had to ride yesterday. Oh, good. I'm glad you got to ride. I'm glad you got your PC there, though. Yeah. One step, right, Bear? Baby steps. Yeah. Wait, where did he go? Wait, where'd you go? Down here? No, that's not it.
Yeah, right here. Oh shoot! Damn, that was a big fall.
That wasn't good.
You broke something?
No, just a heel.
Massacre.
So, Mike, do you come here by yourself a lot?
Sometimes. Yeah. I don't know, nobody likes to come, so I just go sometimes by myself.
Oh, okay, okay. I know people are always calling for BM. Maybe that's the time you're not here.
I think so. That's probably, yeah, that's probably the time. So you're gonna dip after you're done, right? You're just
Yeah,
gonna leave?
yeah. Since I only have 2 guns, it's not worth running again. I'll just wait till next time.
Okay. I'll just kill the zombies with you, and then I'll just see you later.
Okay. I bet you have a truck load, so you'll be here for a while.
Oh yeah, I probably got 2 more. Or I think 2 more runs. Think you're good.
Okay. Why don't you get your stuff? I'll stay till you get your bag filled.
I'm gonna log out in there and go eat something real quick.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
All right, take it easy.
Okay. See, this way, right? Chat. Yeah, the bus is right there. They put this bus right here on purpose. This way. Okay. Out of here! We're gonna stay in the main road. I have the mini map right there. Let's see if I can do this with the mini map. Oh yeah, I think we're right here. Yeah. We made it, chat! We're gonna take the boat back. Okay, so this way. Let me read your comment real quick. Let's see. Yep, I did. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Keep working towards the stiff. Oh, he's asking people to come to BM now. He's inviting people now. I know. I wish we could have been on Discord because you guys would have heard his personality a little bit more. So. Okay, we're gonna go here, and then let's see. Is it here? Let me look. Down here. Yeah, turn here. And I think this is the bridge, right? Yeah. We turn here. We turn here. This way. Am I going this way or that? Let me think. This the bridge? Let's see. That's the bridge right down the right, right? Right. Yeah, that's the bridge. Okay. This way. And then this way. And then here. There's the bridge. Yeah, he went through the water. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna go around. I don't want to flip my car. I mean, get my car stuck here. Okay, is it here? Where's that tent at? There should be a tent. Nope, okay, we're not there yet. No! Ah! Okay, is the tent right there? Nope. That's the only way I know, is we went all the way because you see the tent. There it is, the tent on the left. Okay. So, this is not his base. It's, it this one? Chat, do you remember? Or is it the one over there? I think it's the one over there, huh? It's not this one. Right? He had like 2 tents. Yeah, is it this one? We'll find out when we put on. I think it's the other one, huh? Okay, we'll find out. Okay. Going to lock it. No, it's not this one. Yeah, this is not the one. It's the one over there. Wasn't the... Did I miss it, chat? There's like a... thing right here, right? Where's the parking meter? Right here, right? This isn't it. This isn't it. This is not it, right? Let's see. Yeah, it is. Okay. So how am I supposed to get my... Oh my god. Okay, so I can't get my boat out of here. Store. Yeah. I can't get my boat. So is this okay for fly zone? Let me look. Where we at? Oh yeah. What on the no fly. Okay. So we're here. Now we're gonna fly to here. Okay. So where's base at? Base is that way. Okay. This is yeah, because there's no way my boat can spawn here. It's gonna wreck it. It needs to. Why didn't he put it right here? I want to take the boat. Okay. Oh well. Okay, so we'll take the little Robinson. Restore. Okay. Okay, so I cannot go that way, okay, chat? Better look at the map. We cannot go that way. We gotta go that way, okay. Base is that way, okay. We die if we go that way. See, you are approaching a no-fly zone. You have to turn around. That's this way. Gotta make sure we look at the map. We don't want to die here. Okay, see? Okay, yeah. Okay, we're doing good. Look get the little mini map helps too. I'm lagging. Okay, I think we're safe now. Yeah, we're safe. Yep. Okay, I need to go to all visible. Okay, I need to go to trader first. Chat, was that stressful for you guys? Was for me. Oh. Okay, there's no... This is okay, right? Yeah, yeah. It's not a gas zone. Can I see now? Okay. Can you guys see? It is coming... It is daylight a little bit. It's getting there. Just not... Night vision is getting too much on me. We made it, chat! We made it! Made it! I'm glad I bought this little bird. It's so much easier to fly. There we go. Ah! Okay, now we're gonna turn in our money. What do you guys think of the black market? Is it crazy? I bought the blue one. Okay. Let's go turn in our money. Okay, I gotta hold this right here because all the money's gonna fall into here. Like that. Oh look! They have all the stuff that you could buy. Okay. But sellable only. Going to sell this. Oh. And we are clicking that. We're gonna sell 24.22. Those. Yes. And we're going to sell it. Yes. Okay. We got all our money. See what I mean? Fills up. None on the floor. So we made 2 million, 2.4. Deposit all. So we have 8 mil. Okay. Put that back. Okay. Metal sheets. Do I need some ammo? Look, I got the ball. This is what you need for the temple. When you go to the ice temple, I think. Yeah. That's what we're looking for. Let's see. Yeah. I'm good. Okay. Pristine, 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 pristine. Yeah. So let's go over here and dry off. Yay! I made it, chat. I didn't die. I did not die. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, Gala, for the follow. I'm sorry I wasn't paying attention to chat. I was focusing. I hope you're still here. Thank you. Thank you so much for the follow. So we're just gonna make sure we dry off. How's my pants? It's just my shoes. Yeah, just my shoes. So I'm thinking we'll go, let's see how many, okay. It's an hour, okay. So I have time. Let's see. Oh, what happened to my marker, my settings? So I'm gonna go like that and save. There we go. It takes forever for the boots to dry off. I don't know why. Did you guys see? Look at my Viking drinking horn. Okay, I'm gonna let's see, all hidden, yeah. They're probably gonna all go to black market now. I'm inside, already inside, yeah, see. So he's inviting everyone to black market now. Yeah. Yeah, see. So we feel special, right, chat? We feel special. We got to go in ahead of everyone. Oh, come on. Okay, it's still soaked. Look, it's still soaked. I'm thinking we'll go back to base, put our guns away, and we'll do green. This is like when everybody has gone to bed already. Usually I play them, you know, like earlier when people are on. BM run right now. Anyone is welcome to come. See? If people are going. It gets crazy when there's a lot of people. But the nice part is that you have a bunch of people, you know, like shooting. So you don't have to, like, you know, it's not as hard. And I was double bagging and Mike was the only one shooting, so it was a little bit harder. Come on, dry already. It's still soaked. Oh my god. Okay, I guess we wait, chat. Wet, okay. Put that back. Oh, that magazine's worn. Oh yay! We're dried, finally. Okay, that's pristine. So we'll switch that back. This one's my gun cleaning kit. Here it is. at this horn. Crazy, right? Get out of here. I'm going to... Let's drive back. Let's park this. Like, this server sometimes... I don't know, or we should just get in, huh? Okay, we just fly. Okay, we're gonna fly to base. Where's the drop at? Oh. Okay. Alright guys, I gotta put all visible. Where's the airdrop? Oh, it's that way. Maybe we'll get it, the airdrop. Let's see. Come on! It's right by our base, I think. Yeah. 2.2, our base is 2.4. Let's grab it. Grab that airdrop. You guys see it? Right there. Lagging. Okay, what's my gun? Is it 2? Oh my god! There we go. I don't want those. I don't want. I don't want these. And I think these stacks. Yeah. do that. Like when I go to airdrop and I see that somebody's already there, I just fly off. Just common decency, you know? Or you wait for them, you know? Like he just went in. Start. Anyways, we're not gonna complain. Okay, that's our base right there. See, look how close it is to our base. Right here, right here. That flag is like, yeah, we shouldn't be flying. Ah, come on. Not doing what I asked it to do. Land already. Close that. Lock it. Put it in. Store our heli. Yep. Good. I hope my friend came back. I was gonna take this tent right here, but he's using it. Yeah, so usually I would put all this in there, but okay. You know what? Maybe we'll put it in. I have no room in the base. Maybe we'll put it in here. Just in here for now. Okay, he left this gun, so this goes to regular trader. Is this 30? That's 10. Okay, so it is 30. Okay, so that's that. I don't need planks. Okay, that. Okay, I need to sell that. Sell this. Okay, I'm gonna sell those. Sell these. Sell that. Workbench kit. Sell that. Sell all of these. Okay, we're gonna save this. Okay, we're saving this and this. Okay. So we'll sell the 30 sheets to someone. Okay. Come inside. Come to my base. I'll show you guys around. Okay, this is our water. Somebody keeps drinking my water. Look, it's low. See? I don't know. Something's not right. I might have to put in a ticket or ask an admin about that. Somebody's drinking my water, or there's a glitch or something like that. Okay, come in. This is home, sweet home. It's a mess. Okay, let's see. Okay, I want to save the code lock for our friend. So we're gonna put the code lock here. Okay. We're saving the nails. Let's see. Everything else I'm selling. Okay, you know what? Let me put some tools in here just in case. Okay, hammer. Hatchet. Did I get a hatchet? hatchet. Okay. Another hatchet. Another hatchet. Let's see, is that it? I'm gonna look at these. Okay. Not saw, just in case. But yeah, that's enough saw. He needs to build. Yeah. Okay. So I could sell all that. Close that. Sell. Trash this one. Trash that. Sell that. We're just at the trader. We were just at the trader. Oh, we're gonna keep this. Okay, do I have enough room to keep this until... Let's see, where should I put it? Just until... Oh, no. Oh! When it's empty, that's what happens. You take it. Okay, the red one's empty. Okay, so I'm gonna... Right there. Right? Okay. Open? Okay, we'll put it in here for now. Because we're gonna go do green! No! Tell me I have room. Come on. Darn you. Okay, do I have room here? Okay, good. 0, okay. 50 cal, did 3A. Save that book. And close this. Where's that one at? Where is it? Okay, that one is gonna go all the way in the bottom. Right there. And the safe. Yep. Close it. Okay, 338. There it is. Right here. 338. We don't need these right now anymore. That goes right here. And 338. I mean 50 cal. 50 cal. We only need this when we go to the big place. Where's my scar? I need my scar. Where did I put it? Did I put it here? There it is. Okay, so we need this gun. This is gonna go 1. AS50 is gonna go down here. Oh, I need to sell that. That's gonna go here. It's gonna go there. Okay, we are ready. That goes. Close that. That goes in here. Okay, let's go get our green card. Let's see. We have a green card, right? I know I had a green card. Chat. Where'd my green card go? I had a green. Where I put it? Where did I put that green card? Is it here? No. Where did I lose it? I didn't need it anymore, so I said I'm going to put it. Where was I putting it? I was gonna use it later. Don't tell me I lost it. To get a new one? I wanna get a new one. No! I should just put it back, like, you know, in its original place. Oh, goodness. Where could I have put it? Now, see, now I have to use a new one. Yes, I have to use this one. Yep. I gotta find the other one. I gotta use this new one. Darn it! I lost the green key card. Yeah, let's go to the green. Close that. Get some food. Doors closed. Take our car. And I think there's 2 guns left only. And we'll put those back for next time. There we go. Sell the metal sheets. Oh, okay. I have to come back here. I think. Okay. Hopefully nobody opened green yet. Let's go, chat. I gotta remember where I put that green. It's killing me right now. Like, where did I put it? I didn't get a chance to go. So I was like, you know, I'm just gonna put it away and I'll do it later. And instead of just putting it back where it was, I don't know where I put it. We're gonna ask and see if Murphy will give us the password to his BM, because in Murphy's garage, actually, you could spawn your what is it? Your boat there. And so and I'd rather take the boat than the heli. The heli, just one false move, you know, you fly into no fly zone, you're dead. Just get nervous. What is that? Oh, it's a Z. Why am I lagging so hard? Look at the frame on this. It's like crazy. Oh my god. He must be like, what is she doing? And I'm like, what are you doing? Yeah, I'm kind of laggy. Look at the frame on here. It's like, it doesn't look right. Okay. Let's close that. Block it. And one. Okay, close that. Make sure this is closed. Okay, let's open green. Take our green card. Ta-da! Oh, can you see it when you go first person? Look. Ta-da! 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 Okay, enough. Insert. Remove. A blue key card? Oh my god, I've never seen a blue before. Take some food. I don't need that. I need the nails. Okay, let's scroll all the way down. Make sure we got all of it. Okay. Somebody left all this clothes here from the previous. Okay. No, 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 no. Yes, yes, yes. No, no. We'll take that. We'll take that. Yeah, I got a blue. Gonna accept. Oh, I hear a sheep, chat. I hear the sheep. You hear that? The rest I don't need. Okay. Let's get our gun out. And just gonna jump up here just in case. What's that wolf at? Oh, wolf. Look at how laggy this is. Oh, there it is. Okay. Come here, little guy. Okay. We only have one wolf? You know that mark that says Hallie right there? You need to take that off. Okay, dude, you're so slow. Look at this guy. What is he wearing? What is he wearing? What are you wearing? Okay, this guy is not dead yet. There he goes. Okay, I want to take that mark off. Where it says Hallie. Right there. There we go, delete. Have you guys ever looked at these Z and look at how what they look like? Like they're ridiculous sometimes. I know I heard a sheep. Is that it? Look at all these people. Look. Huh. Okay, do they have anything good? We need to take that. I don't like that. Sometimes it swaps like that. 39, nope. Sell that. We could sell a rope. That's it. Okay. I don't hear that sheep anymore. You could turn this into like rope and sell them. They say unlock, open, get in. We should go to Alcatraz when everyone's at black market, but I don't know if I want to. time is it only? I think it's early. Oh, it's not early. It's actually... Oh, darn it. I missed the turn. It's actually 10 p.m. Well, it is still early. Oh. You guys hear that? He's right there. He's running. Go, girl. No. Okay, we cut him in the... We hit him in the butt, so... Hopefully nobody takes our car. Okay, let's do... Oh, an all-hand. There we go. This way. I want to go Alcatraz, chat, but at the same time, I'm like, I'm not feeling it also. I don't know. Or the oil rig, you know? Everyone's at BM, so okay, we gotta go to base and grab the stuff and sell it. Okay. Come on. Come on, guys. Come with me. Oh, okay, we have guns in here that we need to sell. He left us some regular guns in here. So we're gonna sell those. Close that. And I can't believe I got a blue. So lucky. right? We're lucky. We're lucky. Open. Okay. Medium safe. Okay. Sell, sell. Sell, sell. Sell. Keep, keep. Close that. I think that's it, right? It's raining. Okay, let's hopefully we get some water in here when we come back. See? Water, go in there. Did I lock them? Did I close the door? I did, okay. So I need an admin. Admin, if you're around. See this barrel shelf? When you put the... Okay, I'm gonna open it. When you put the code lock in, see? When you put the code lock in, it doesn't ask for the, what is it? The code lock digits, you know, the numbers. So the code lock doesn't work. And so I can't use this barrel shelf. I don't know if it's a glitch or something. I'm surprised nobody says anything yet. Yeah, you could put the lock here, but then it doesn't allow you to put, you know, a number on it and to lock it up. A code on it. So, I need somebody to look into that. Please. Thank you. I'm not even reading chat. I hope they don't think I'm working. I'm not on duty. Oh, the lag. I don't know why I'm so tired. It's like, did I, oh, it's because I didn't, sleep that well and long. Trying to remember, I was like, wait, did I? And then I didn't like take a nap to make up the difference. That's why my eyes are closing on me. They're like, we're tired. Whose car is that in there? What the heck? What's going on in there? Unlock that? Okay then. I'm gonna put my guns in here because I'm gonna sell them by accident. So there's 1, 2, and 3. And put the magazine also. Just easier this way. There we go. Lock it. What's going on here? Take a look. What kind of car is this? Wow. Look at that car. Whose car is it? Why? Why is it like that? Okay. Let's go. Sell a gun. They're crazy. Crazies! Oh, you know what? I need to take some of these apart, huh? Okay. So we're gonna go and here. Just go in here. Yeah. There we go. Like that. Sell that. Oops. So that. Oh, this one. Okay, that's good. Sell it to this guy. Yeah, we're not selling that. Nope. Yes. 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 Yep. Yep. yes, 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 and yes. Down there. Oh, is this that guy's? Yeah. No, I have to mute this because I don't think, I don't want the music to, be a part of the stream because I think they mute you or something. I think they mute the chat. I don't know, something like that. It's like copyright or something. Okay, I don't need these. I don't need that. We'll just sell all of those. Okay, we need those. Did I find some new meds? 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 1, 1, 1, 3, and 2. Yep, that's all right. Okay, sell this, sell that, sell that, that and that, and that and that. I love my lockpick. Oh, okay. That one's gone. That one too. Selling. We have 2 large tents? Wow. Wow, you see that lag? I think that's it. What's in here? Oh, here's the battery. We're done with this. We're keeping this. We're keeping that. We're keeping that. That we're keeping. That. And this. Okay, do I need to buy ammo? Maybe some of that. And 308. Yeah, let's just buy some. Go buy some ammo. Oh, did he? Is he moving it? How is he? Oh. Okay. There he goes. Okay, let's go buy our ammo. It's not sellable. Okay, so we're buying some of this. How many should we get? Let's do maybe like 70? 54, right? Yeah. 762 by 54, yeah. Okay, we'll do 80. 3K. Buy. Yes, I want to buy that. 308. This one, we don't need as many. We'll do 40. Buy 40, yep. Okay. Make sure nothing's on the ground. We're done. Okay, let's put our money back.
You the man.
And now we made 84. Deposit. Oh, so 8K still. What is he talking about? Oh no, somebody died at the temple. Yeah, it's glitching right now. It's not a good time to fly. Good thing we didn't take out Howling. Is it? Yeah, it's the shoes that's wet. Oh, everything else is wet too. Oh, it was raining, that's why it was wet. Don't crash. Okay. This is. Oh, good. Look, our booties is jammed now. Yay. Okay, we're good to go. No action here at the trader right now. Nothing going on. This guy. Oh, he has like. I guess that's his heli and that's his car. Interesting, right? Check. Yeah. Bye, trader. Taking off. Oh. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is we're gonna go to base and then I think I'm gonna call it. I'm really tired. Usually around this time, my other friend comes on, but I guess he's not coming on today. Which is good, because I was like, oh, I don't know if I could stay up. Oh my goodness, excuse me. Ooh, look, a Twinkie cart. Okay, we gotta stop here. Nope, I don't want that. Don't want that. We'll take that. We'll take the that. We'll take that. Look, how cute is he? Look. It's Pinkies. It's not Twinkies, it's Pinkies. Is there anything in here? Oh, I shouldn't leave my car unlocked like that. I'm just gonna check this real quick. A knife. My brain is not working. My brain isn't working. Ah! You guys like my parking area, how it's set up? I set this up. It's so cute, right? Like he has like a bird on his... raven on his shoulder. A staff. Okay, do I have anything here I need? Oh, got my gun, that's right. That goes there. That goes there. That goes there. There. And there. Lock it. Park it. This is my car. I bought that like I think last week. Truck. I bought this today so I could like, you know, the little Howley, so I could just get in and out of tight places. This is my first car, BMW, the white one. This is my regular Howley. This is the boat, and this is when I do EMS. I ride the EMS Howley. And those are my, you know, vehicles. And Slave lives here for now till he has a base. This is where our Howley pad is. You could spawn your Howley from there. It took a long time, but we got it to work. Thank you, Hip. Silent lives here. Silent, Zero just started. He lives there. Silent started like 2 days ago only. He lives there. I live in here with Hip. Possum and Bear lives in here. And the rest of our crew does not have a base yet. And then we have 2
Killer
more
just
people,
followed.
and they're all the way over there. Over there, past that dock right there. That's the dock. What the heck is that thing? Oh, the umbrella. Okay. See the cabin over there? That's my brain's not working. Tony and Static lives there. And then the rest of our crew don't have base yet. Because they just been playing around. This is our dock right here. And I think that's... I want to go to Alcatraz or the oil rig, but I'm so tired, Chad. I am so sad. And sorry that I just can't, you know? I just can't. So, we're just gonna call it here. Yeah, we're gonna call it here. But before we call it here, oh, hey! The kitten. Hi, how are you? Thanks for joining me. Just came at the end of the stream. Oh, Agent, you just stopped by before bed. Good night. Yeah, good night. Thank you for always, you know, hanging around, Agent. I appreciate that so much. Yeah, we did a really like a scary black market run. It was like crazy, just crazy. Make sure you watch the video. It was like insane. I was scared. Oh, I love these. These are like mannequins. And then you could put your clothes in them and then they look like that. See? So that you have like all your outfits and stuff. So this is what I normally wear when I like you know, I don't want to use my good outfit. So this is what I will wear. And then I put this outfit on this mannequin who has nothing on it. So that I could change real quick. And this one has my extra set just in case I need it. That's my extra set. This set right here is Hippo Z's extra set. That's his. Yeah. This is my teddy bear shelf. It has all my teddy bears. Look how cute they are. So I'm collecting them. I have like 1 row and 3 more. So yeah, cute. I love coffee, so this is my coffee table right there. And I'm trying to grind some coffee, but I think I'm doing something wrong. And then I have the regular wardrobe, and these are the lockers and a safe. These are for building. This is my stuff that I need. And then this is extra things like to give out to people. And then this is just, I need to sell these barrels. So we're gonna get rid of these barrels right here. This is medical stuff. Here's our refrigerator with food. And am I getting rid of this one? Oh, this is the, okay. I have some more of those I need to sell. And then this is the fire barrel. Yeah. So this is our little place. It's small. If you ever want to chat, just ping me. Oh, what's the server called? It's called, you know what? Let me tap out and I'll type it in for you, okay? I will, Agent. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. I think sometimes we just hang out, right, in chat, you know. And sometimes we're in chat. You're welcome to join us. I know you don't play, but you know how we're in Discord? If you see us, jump in. Optic. I'm gonna type it for you right now, okay? There's the name of the server, and it's Deerisle. Okay? You're more than welcome to come in, you know, say hi if you see me. Okay, there we go. So I'm gonna go ahead and tap out, and then but before you guys go, let me bring. Yeah, good night, Agent. Yes, join us anytime. And I know you don't play, but if you see us in Discord, you are more than welcome to yeah, sorry, chat, to join us and just, you know, chat, you know. Oh man, my thing is not working. I'm trying to, like, okay, so let me do my good night. Where's my good night? Okay, don't go yet. Don't go yet. I'm gonna play you my song. There's the good night screen. I love that screen so much. And let's do our song. If I could play it. Let's see if I could play it. Come on, let me play it. Let me play it. I have like there we go.
Boy in
I
Metal
think
just
it's
followed.
this one right here.
Legend belt cup of joy, echo through the ages. Annihilate zombies, leaves them in stages. Beauty radiates like a sun rays flirt. Foes scatter quick, dirt avert. Graceful, fierce, like a titan, not a muse. Control the clicks, haters singing the blues.
Thanks for the follow.
Daisy dominatrix, map she navigate.
What do you guys think of my
Enemies
song?
trembling, hearts full of hate. Inside and out, she's a beacon of flame. Cup of joy's triumph, rewrite in the game. Not just skill, got charm and spades. Epic story told, her legacy never fades.
Listen to my song before you leave,
Cup of
okay?
joy,
Don't
glory
leave
told
yet.
till time's end. And Daisy, no rival, no pretend. Beauty yet like queen in full grin. Destroying opposition, lost they swim. Cup of joy, glory told till time's end. And Daisy, no rival, no pretend. Beauty yet like queen in full grin. Destroying opposition, lost they swim. Brooding nights, on-screen vistas allure. Cup of skills, imprinted tactics so pure. She goes through fields like wind in a whirl. Heart stone cold, yet the world's best girl. Victory bands, booty outshining the score. Every kill, medal stack, she wants more. Joy's a legend, her story ever bright. Matches till dawn, no retreat in sight. Enemies quake, tremble in night. We're sharp as blade, vision clear a light. No mercy, cut 'em down, battlefield art. She's a lifer, undefeated from the start. Cup of joy, glory told till time's end. And Daisy, no rival, no pretend. Beauty yet like queen in full grin. Destroying opposition, lost they swim. Cup of joy, glory told till time's end. And Daisy, no rival, no pretend. Beauty yet like queen in full grin. Destroying opposition, lost they swim. Lost they swim. Lost they swim. Lost they swim. Lost they swim.
Okay. Thanks, guys. Thanks for staying till the end and listening to my, you know, crazy songs. So I made 3 more, but yeah, that was just one of them. Thanks again for the follow. You guys are amazing. Thank you. Some of you came at the end and you didn't see it, but make sure you could rewatch it. Some of my old ones are on YouTube. I have not update the, you know, upload the latest ones. I know I'm behind on YouTube uploading those videos. So make sure you follow me so that you could know when I'm live. Anyways, thanks again, everyone. What's this? Actually, it's a special song. It's made just for me. So, but it's called. Let's see. What did I call it? Lasting Glory. Yeah, it's not anywhere. It's it's just for me. Yeah, usually the songs that I play are usually just for me. It has my name on it and all that stuff. So, it's personal. It's personalized. But yeah, I love them. Thanks for hanging out with me, everyone. Thanks for the subscription as well. I'll see you guys next time. Hopefully, you guys could drop by next time and stay a little bit longer. Good night, guys. Love you. Bye.